great to be joined right now with Padres closer Kirby Yates. Kirby, it's great to see your face virtually as it is. It feels like an eternity ago that we were in spring training, but it was really just a few months ago. Everything was normal until it wasn't. So what has life been like for you? I know you're still in Arizona with your family because you guys have a house there. What's life been like for you since baseball shut down and the country really shut down with this pandemic?
Just staying at home and hanging out with the kids, chasing them around, getting them in the pool. They're learning how to swim, so they're loving that, and just kind of trying to stay busy.
Yeah, I mean, the silver lining in this probably is the family time, right? I mean, this is probably the most time you've been able to spend with your family in a long time.
Yeah, it is. And, usually we're away for a while at this point in the year and, gone for 10 days, home for 10 days. So, I mean, that's the only positive that comes out of this is that, I got to spend extra time with my kids, my wife, and, I get to see the kids grow a little bit more, and watching them learn how to swim has actually been really fun.
That sounds awesome. Are you like actually helping them, like go underwater and come back up and all that stuff?
Kind of. They've learned how to do that, so that's all they kind of want to do. Oakley wants me to take her to the bottom of the pool, touch the bottom, and come back up, which is, a little nerve-wracking, but she loves it, and she's doing really well.
You are literally never going to get out of the pool for like 4 months now. I can already feel it. All right, I want to talk some baseball later, but I want to start first with CupCheck, which is a game and a business venture that you're a part of. And it's funny, I've been wanting to talk to you about this for a while, but there just hasn't really been a right time. And it seems like now with everybody at home and everybody needing something to do, it seems like a great time to bring it up. So what is CupCheck exactly, and how is the game played?
Well, it's a backyard game that would be, comparable to a cornhole. It's just like a new style of a backyard game. There's two poles that stick up out of the base, and you throw a disc through those poles, and on those poles there's cups on top of those poles. So you throw a disc through the poles to score points, or you knock the cups off and then they hit the ground. That's to score points too. On the flip side of that, you can play defense, and when the disc hits the poles and the cups fly off, if you catch the cups, you score points also. So there's a lot of action, and there can be some turnover, and, games can go pretty quick. It can be really, really fun.
Yeah, and this is something that you became part of, right, when you were playing it and you were seeing other MLB guys play it, and it's something that other MLB guys are involved with as well, right?
Yeah, it is. It's we were, there was about 4 of us. We were at a NASCAR race a while ago, and we had like a makeshift prototype that we were playing in front of our RV, and we just had people stop by and wanting to play, and sooner or later we were kind of sitting out and watching other people play and having tournaments. We were kind of looking around like maybe we should try and make this a little bit better. And Kevin Jepson's our CEO. He's a former retired player, and it was just kind of ironic because right at that time he was kind of phasing out of baseball, and he ended up retiring and then kind of just took the reins on this and has done a fabulous job. I mean, now we actually have a product that is fully functional and works good, and it's a game, and it's been really fun. It's been a lot different than anything I've done, and I think we're all kind of relatively new at the business aspect of it, and we've all been kind of learning some things that we probably wouldn't have learned without doing this, and so it's been really fun. It's kind of neat to see the way it all came together, and hopefully we're kind of just getting into this, and it gets a little bigger here pretty soon.
That's awesome. And you guys also teamed up with Testicular Cancer Foundation to help spread awareness about that type of cancer, which seems appropriate since you are called CupCheck, right?
Yeah, exactly. When we had this opportunity, we all just kind of felt like this was a no-brainer. To help try and raise awareness and just do something that can. It's easy and not hard, but real beneficial all at the same time. So it's been a great partnership, so fun. It's been neat working with them. They're awesome, and I think it's just one of those things where we all have been in contact with somebody that we know that has had the cancer, testicular cancer, and it just felt right to do.
who besides you in the clubhouse would excel at this game?
I'm going to have to go with Wingy, Trey Winginter. He's an Auburn guy, and I know he has his own game, and he likes to tailgate a lot. So I'm going to have to go with him because I think he's the most experienced.
I love that. All right, how can they buy it, Kirby?
We have our website, CupCheckGame.com. And we're on all our social media platforms at CupCheck Game. And, there's links there that you can click and, go buy a couple. And, it's really, you can play it on any surface, any flat surface. The base is fully functional. You can play it in the sand, so you have options.
All right, besides CupCheck and spending time with your family, what have your days looked like, in the past few months, and how immersed are you in baseball and what's going on there?
Still immersed, still keeping in shape. I would think it's, the schedule kind of sort of is like the off season. I wake up in the morning, go throw, get my workout in, come home and, hang out with the kids, try and get them tired to take a nap. But, I haven't really veered away from the baseball aspect of it, still trying to stay in shape and, be ready because once, we find out something, I think everything's going to happen pretty quick. So you got to be, you got to be on top of it right now.
Yeah. How different is it? I mean, you're used to caring for your body. You're used to keeping your arm in shape in the off season or knowing when to gear up. But how different has it been just like not necessarily knowing a start date that you're getting ready for at this point?
Yeah, it's a little tough. I think, the difference between this and like an actual off season where you're going into spring training is, you can kind of understand your schedule in spring training. You can kind of work into it. You have a timeline that you can follow and understand, if I hit kind of these checkpoints, I'll be fine. I think this, you don't really know what's going to happen, and you kind of just have to accept that and try and be in as best shape as you possibly can. That's not exactly easy right now for a lot of people. And, you just have to, I think, like I said, accept the fact that this is different and just do what you can do. And, when, hopefully we get word that we're going to be playing, you just kind of hit the ground and start running.
We don't know, obviously, if there's going to be a season, what it's going to look like, all of that, but we've heard a lot about spring training 2.0, what it might take to get your arm back in shape and get your body game ready. And we hear a lot of times 3 weeks is what pitchers would need. Do you think that's fair as far as the amount of time that you might need to be ready for a game?
Yeah, I mean, I think it also depends on, kind of where you're at physically. I think some people might only need a week to 10 days. Some people might need 3 weeks. You never really, I think that's more on the individual, and I think that what's kind of helped is at least everybody was a little ramped up when, we had to shut everything down. So if you could have kept that, just somewhat close to that arm strength, I think once, you get going again, it should happen pretty quickly.
Have you just had to get accustomed to the fact that if there is a season, it's just going to be different? I mean, there might not be fans, you might have different divisions, you might be tested all the time, you might be quarantined, like who knows? But is it just kind of coming to grips with the fact that if there is a season, no matter what it looks like, it's just going to be different than anything you've ever known?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's, I think that's the only thing that's certain is that it's going to be different, and you just kind of have to go along with it because, it's not like we have all these choices on the table to make. And, I think we all want to play baseball. We all want to get some sense of normalcy back into our lives, and you just take it and it is what it is. I mean, that's kind of all you can do.
Just from a curiosity standpoint, you guys are so used to being regimented, especially once spring training starts. Is it weird to just have so much free time right now?
Yeah, I mean, I think, it is free time, but it's not free time because it's not like you have all these options that you can go do. It's more or less sit at your house and, figure out something to kind of keep you busy. And in that aspect, it is a little strange, and I think everybody else is in that same boat. But like I said before, I've got to spend extra time with my kids, so that's kind of made, I would say this transition a little easier.
I'm so glad to hear you and your family are doing great. I hope to see you around the ballpark or see you in real life, hopefully sometime soon. But thank you so much for joining me on here today, and you guys take care out there.
No problem, Manny. Thank you. Stay safe.
You too.